Super duper.
Absolutely super. That was a proper good sync, like.
Yeah, it was like.
Aye. Yeah.
It's cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
Baby, it's cold outside. No,
what do you think of that song?
I was just about to say, no, we don't sing that song.
It's not a good
song. A word into that sentence and I'm already sidetracked.
It's sort of the I don't know when the original was written, 1970s equivalent of Blurred Lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just the date rape song.
Is it actually, though? Because I've heard that. I've obviously that it gives big rape, big R vibes, right? Big rapey vibes.
Yeah.
But I really don't think it's that. I think it's just the language of the time. I saw some sort of article, as you do, about it, just saying what he's really suggesting is that it's scandalous for a woman to be to be going home unaccompanied at this time of night. So why don't you just stay? No implications.
No, but doesn't he like ply her with alcohol? I think she says at one point, what's in this drink?
Aggressively flirtatious.
Yeah, what's in this drink? I really must go.
No. I'm telling you, no.
That doesn't exist in the 70s. You can't say.
Is it really from the 70s? It feels like it should be way longer ago than that.
I'm going to guess 57.
57.
No, that definitely feels too old, actually. No, it'd be like knees up, mother outside. What's it from?
I'm going for 63.
Baby, It's Cold Outside, Homer and Jethro, 1953?
Wow, okay.
Oh.
Wait, no, this isn't right because... This is Google giving me this information. There's a listing here, Baby It's Cold Outside by E. Williams from 1899.
Oh, boy.
Fuck. Oh, God, there's a lot of different versions. I just want... 1944, there we go.
God, which one?
An original one, written in 1944, then published 5 years later.
Who was rocking it in 1899?
I don't fuck, some time travelers, I guess.
Who was
That's the
rocking
one
it
thing they brought back.
1940 what? Is there a version where it's just... Baby, it's blitz outside or something. Don't leave. You might not make it home.
Oh, dear.
Or did you say 47, I think you said.
I think it was 44.
Yeah, 44.
Oh, 44.
Yeah.
The peak of the war.
The peak war.
Well, I guess that's why I didn't want to go outside at that point. If I get blitzed to bits.
Exactly, yeah.
I
Okay,
suppose.
so there we go. We've solved it. The song is actually okay.
It's fine.
It's a war song.
We've had a word, and it was actually anti-Hitler, so I think you'll find it's okay.
Yeah, it's like Run Rabbit Run.
Yeah.
Which for some reason is an anti-Hitler song. I don't really understand why, but...
Yeah, I don't really get it either.
Wasn't it like some early cartoons Bugs Bunny was portrayed as Hitler, or am I thinking of something completely different?
I don't know. In fact, it might. I'm thinking it might even be the other way around. I think it might be a song about, like, the Tommies running away from the German war machine. I'm not really sure. Lots of citation needed there.
Don't believe a word we say. We're not professionals.
Peter just said it might be this, but it's probably not. But it will be this, or maybe.
Or maybe it isn't.
No, or maybe it isn't.
Maybe I should never have brought this up in the first place. I think
that's
is
okay.
The real lesson.
Anyway, we've talked about Hitler.
Yeah.
It's been less than 10 minutes.
Don't think it was me this time.
No, well, I mean, you made the connection between 1944 and World War II.
And the Blitz, which is a German word, yeah.
So it's a natural
and then
evolution.
we talked about Run Rabbit Run. I think you were. There was some Peter involved.
Let's face it, it was Peter.
As always. Oh. What's a Christmas post-election podcast without a bit of Hitler?
Oh, God, yeah. It's election results day, isn't it? Today?
Yeah. Well, should we run the theme song? Has anyone seen Kevin? Before we get too far into this Nazi
we've had our Kevin budget cut.
What?
I heard
because of
Boris.
the new Tory government.
He wanted another jacket that said Prime Minister on it, and we've lost Kevin.
I love my Prime Minister.
Kevin lost his seat, I heard.
No.
Yeah.
What party did he stand for again?
Independent, surely.
Independent,
Yeah.
okay. There's got to be some clever robot joke we can make, but I don't think any of us are up for the challenge today. It's such a sad day.
Yeah, God, waking up this morning was a real toughie.
We've lost Kevin.
That's it.
But don't worry. Once we start the show proper, we'll tell you a way that you can help us fund a brand new Kevin for 2020.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official
Boom.
Vidiots
Boom.
podcast.
Boom.
It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the 3 Earths, where everybody brings
a thing to talk about.
I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
We did it. We're back. We're gonna do something that rhymes with back. Something about a show.
Crack.
We're gonna record
Crack. We're going to
crack.
do some crack, yeah.
We're gonna do some crack. Dun show. Hey, boys.
Hey, how you doing?
We are practically inside Christmas's mouth right now.
Oh my God, no.
We're stepping in.
Step into Christmas.
Have you got your Christmas mouth boots on?
Oh, as always. I've got the special ones where like the shoe goes in between your toes, so you get extra freedom of movement.
You're going to be so fast and good at climbing.
You have no idea.
I don't have my Christmassy shoes. I'm hoping to get some for Christmas.
Oh, you're going to have to wade through some soggy Christmas mouth before you get to your shoes.
And then we'll all get plopped out on New Year's Day into a new year.
A Yuletide log.
Have we just given Christmas an anatomy?
Yeah.
I think so. I just got I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a post that's been going around that I've seen a few times of when, and Peter, you'll be all over this because this sounds like an anecdote you would tell.
Right.
Where when sort of stamps became commercially available properly and people could actually afford to use the postal service, there was sort of an explosion of postcards and postcard designs, but because nobody had really sent any before, they're all kind of monstrous.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them on Twitter, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
especially the Christmas ones. And I'm just imagining what we just described there with a giant Christmas mouth and people sort of trudging into it. It is exactly the kind of postcard design and Christmas card design that they would have had in the early days.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's an art challenge for someone who's listening.
Buy our weird Christmas anatomy card on the Oxcast store now.
Absolutely. Well, before we get to some questions and also some things, I want to talk about Pod Squad. Now, these fine gals, girls, and others, they defend the front lines of podcast freedom and in integrity. Integrity. Sorry, that sounded that was a confusing one because it could have been another word, another couple of words as well. These fine folks have donated to us at streamlabs.com/Vidiots official. If you do this, any amount, you'll get a shout out at the start and at the end of the show, and you'll know that it goes directly to us to spend irresponsibly. And isn't that the real Christmas gift of Christmas, of gifting of Christmas?
Irresponsible spending. Yes, it is. That's what Christmas is.
That's what Jesus always wanted.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jesus is all over this. So, I'm going to rattle them off now. We've got a fair few. Are you guys ready?
Oh, I'm holding on.
There's some great names in here. We've got Doofus McGee, Elon Sleesbergano, Alan Claw, Kilo Clouds, somebody, I'm not falling for this, somebody whose name is I Am Ben and I Like Men, DP Poo Poo, Jamble Wanglebork, Lord Brotovich, Stephen Scodes, Prince Beefcakes, Abby C97, Big Titty Jesus 42. There he is.
There's the festive bit.
Festive boy, Prince Beefcakes again, the Reezers, Insta619, YogCon Rules Boss, Big Titty Jesus again, Katie Kins 94, Samuel De Barber with an incredibly generous donation. So incredibly generous actually that I'm going to read the accompanying message because I feel like that's appropriate. Hello there, you mad lads. I miss making the streams, but sometimes life is mad. Everything's mad. Still, I wanted to tell you three to have a very lovely Christmas with your loved ones and to say thank you again for all the wonderful things that you do. Merry Chrysler. Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you. Merry Chrism to you too.
You are truly the maddest of lads.
Yeah.
You really are. Awesome Fox 42, The Hairy Ginger 1, Emily Lemons, Amy Dosange H. I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. Amalthea 1980, Xavier with a capitalized R at the end, which is very cool. Staniac the Great, Gravius Platypus, Sprocket the Goddamn Cat, Brian Butterfield 69, nice. Badonkadonk, Bored Steve, Lord Brotovich again, Ode Ollie, drawn by Justin, 13_Inc, and Carry the Worst.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, what a fantastic Christmas Pod Squad family we have right there.
Keeping us afloat.
Yeah, you really are. Soon we will be reintroducing the Kevin, but Got to go through the formality, the taxes, the adoption papers. We'll find a newer Kevin, a better Kevin. We'll get him
We've got
back.
to bury dead Kevin first.
Shit, yeah.
Because not only did Boris Johnson's government ruthlessly cut public spending on Kevin, but they just put him out of commission, which of course is the equivalent of killing in robot culture, or whatever it is that he is.
Cut spending, then cut his CPU.
Oh,
It's brutal.
No. Oh, no. I did a similar thing once. This is going to make me sound really stupid. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I had an old laptop, and I thought, the screen's kind of annoying, but I quite like the idea of just having the base unit, and then I can just plug a monitor into the side so I could use it as like a little desktop computer.
Right.
And what I did is I sort of it was a very old laptop at the time. I sort of managed to get the screen loose. I think I was sort of forcibly bending and twisting it until there was one ribbon cable remaining, and it was on at this time. And I took a pair of scissors and I cut the ribbon cable, and of course that was the power circuit for the whole thing.
Wowie, well done.
And so I bricked this laptop by trying to make it more efficient.
I wouldn't call that a bricking, I'd call that a nuking. It's just
Right. It made a very concerning noise when I snipped its life cord.
What was it on?
Yeah, it was on.
Oh, God.
I cut it with a pair of scissors. It just went.
Surprised
Like a
you didn't get a
sad
little
man.
shock.
I did, but not the kind
surprise
that
you
should have
got,
taught
yeah.
me a lesson. Well, there we go. Okay, I'm ready for a question.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you one. I've got a question from Amy here, or Amy. What's the biggest mistake you've made at work, and what was the outcome? Have you ever done any royal goofs? at any
Oh,
point?
I've got a good one. I normally have to wait and think of answers for these questions, but I've got one. This is amazing. This is a good answer.
Okay.
It's one of the worst things I've ever done professionally
Oh, no.
and maybe even outside of that. Not morally, it was a mistake, but just, a real goof. So during Halloween, in like 2016 or 17 or something, What Culture were running a... you'll remember, Mikey, because you had to edit some... Oh, maybe you didn't. I don't know if you had to edit any of these. It was like 31 days. They did like this top 31 scariest horror movies all throughout October.
Yeah.
Every day they would release a really short video, like maybe 1 minute long, where Adam Blompier did some for a time, but then in like kayfabe, he broke his neck, or he was like sort of killed off in the wrestling.
He was wrestling put through a table.
Yeah, that's right. So I then had to take up the slack and host sort of maybe 12 or 15 of these episodes. And at times I had to edit them as well. They were sort of getting passed around the office, but I edited a couple of them. And one of them was The Exorcist. So the scene was the bit where she's gone real proper monster, and the part of it was when she walks down the stairs upside down, which was cut from the original movie, was later re-added in. And then also just the scene where she's her neck spins round, and she like spits the goop at someone.
Spits the goop. Yeah.
And in that scene, so we had to sort of present it and say, oh yeah, this scene is scary because blah, 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 and then cut to an actual clip of the scene with audio. Now, I very carefully cut around the bit where we can swear on this podcast, can't we? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
She says something like, have you seen what she's become? Your cunting daughter.
Wow. Everyone talks about your mother sucks cocks in hell, but
Yeah.
your cunting daughter, that is beautiful.
That's
use
a
of
good one.
language.
So she said that, and I carefully snipped that clip off the part that I was including. I finished the edit with me sort of wrapping up and saying, join us tomorrow for another episode. I exported it, sent it to Matt Holmes to upload, because he was uploading everything on the main channel at that time. And then, I don't know if I discovered it or if someone else warned me about this, but it went live. And what happened was, I'd done that thing where when you're an amateur video editor, you might accidentally leave a clip way, way down the end of the timeline with a load of space in between. So the way the video went was the whole episode and then like a minute of black screen. So I was watching this like, oh no, that's really unprofessional looking. I better let Matt know that there's this long minute of black screen. And then after this minute of blackness, it suddenly cuts to a close-up of the girl's face and she just goes, "Your cunting daughter," and then it ends.
You call that a mistake, but I think that's comedic genius, just unintentional.
Just this long build-up and then that as a punchline. So I had to urgently message Matt and go, "Matt, take it down, take it down, take it down." And he was like, "What?" And I thought I was going to get in so much trouble. I was like, "I'm really, really sorry. I didn't know this had happened. It's just totally my bad, but it was a mistake." And he was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's fine."
He hasn't accidentally uploaded the words "cunting daughter" to the YouTube before on a pretty nice YouTube channel.
He's a hard man to read, Matt, or a hard man to predict, Matt Holmes. I thought I'd be in big doo-doo, but he was like, "Oh, it's okay." So got away with it.
Nice.
Oh my god! I mean, I imagine people watching that probably thought, "How can this not be intentional?"
Yeah. How did this slip through the net?
It's so good. Like, it's especially that phrase. I like how you cut it out and rather than deleting it, you just put it to one side.
Might save that for later.
I'll deal with that later.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Like, because I was well versed. I've been video editing professionally for like a year and a half, I think. So I don't know how that. I must have accidentally cut and pasted it or something.
Yeah. Maybe you control and X'd it and accidentally pasted it at the end without realizing.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how it happened.
That's brilliant, though.
Yeah, your cunting daughter.
Your cunting daughter.
When I worked at Cunting McDonald's, I made a pretty egregious error. And like when you're making a burger, you start by toasting out the bun. Once they're all toasted and nice, you start with the bottom bun. You lay everything on, sandwich on the top bun, slide it down the little tray system of burgers. And I was making some quarter pounders. You're making them in sets of 4, so you do a lot at the same time. And I absent-mindedly forgot to put on the bottom bun. So these poor people left the restaurant, like opened up this box and just were greeted with not raw meat, cooked meat, just on the bottom of the cardboards, everything kind of slopping around.
Oh no!
Oh god!
The manager came over and was like, "Michael, can you look at this burger? Tell me what's wrong." He's like, "Oh shit!" And then I looked in the toaster, and there was just these blackened buns that had been in there for about 5 minutes. I was like, "Yep, found them."
I don't appreciate that management style, though. I really hate when they treat you like a child. And they go, "Can you, Michael? Can you tell me what's wrong with this?" Rather than going, "Oh, Michael, there's been a mistake with the burgers. You haven't put the buns on," and then just saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and sorting it out. But that's like, it's very patronising. The way that they spoke to you. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I would bristle at that.
I would quit at that. I would hand in my notice immediately.
Or do what I did and pretend to have diarrhea not to work your last few shifts. That works equally well.
Excellent. I got it from eating here, you say as you leave.
The bottom bun, it was the barrier. It's gone.
Oh my god. I actually have 3 from 3 different workplaces.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I'll try and keep them concise. I'll start with one that's most recent, also at What Culture, which was when I did the film review of Blade Runner. Was it 2049, the most recent one?
Yeah.
So I wasn't very well versed in Blade Runner, and it somehow fell to me to do the video review of it. And we had no idea going in that, and this is, I mean, it's technically a spoiler for Blade Runner 2049, which is now a 3-year-old film. So hopefully you're all okay with this. But also it's revealed in the first minute of the film.
Yeah.
We had no idea that the protagonist was actually a replicant. Like, and or the fact that the main character was a replicant was a secret. It wasn't known. It wasn't publicized.
Yeah.
So in the review, I was like, this guy who's a replicant, and I just said it like completely off the cuff because I was like, wow, I mean, surely people know that, because it was revealed so quickly and so unceremoniously that I didn't realize it was a big deal.
Well,
which
we
of course
even wondered
is.
if it was in like the sort of marketing material, if it was already out there, even. So yeah.
And people were not happy about that. And I got a lot of very, very angry tweets. And I was very stressed, and I was already at home. So I was messaging our boss at the time, just saying, please take it down. I've downloaded a copy locally. I'm just going to quickly cut it around and I'll transfer over the updated version. You can upload it straight away. And it had already been seen by like 20,000 people at that point.
Oh,
I was like, fuck. Fortunately, he was willing, like Peter said, very difficult man to read most of the time. He was willing to let me, to take it down and let me send him a revised version.
You were allowed to live.
That was scary. Another one was when I worked in IT for the NHS, and I was basically doing first line customer support, but you're dealing with nurses and doctors and medical professionals within the district that I was working in. And there was this one lady who was like really rude, and the amount of people who have absolutely no patience for IT is crazy.
Because they're already pissed off, aren't they?
Yeah. And then it's your fault.
Yeah.
And then because I'm at the bottom, shit falls downhill. So when the people above me don't go out there and fix it, it's my fault. So I'm getting an earful from this person. I email over to like the head of IT just saying, oh, by the way, this lady who's a bit of a handful, by the way. I didn't say it in those words, but I didn't say anything rude. I was very professional. I just basically said, she's a massive bitch. Be careful. And he's like, okay, no problem. And he fucking forwards that email and writes at the top of it and just goes, hi, such and such. Just wanted to let you know that we're coming. And I get a reply because I'm in the chain saying, well, I think you should probably proofread your... And he then comes to me, the head of IT, and says, well, you should have been more careful. You shouldn't... And I was like, you fucking forwarded it on, you bellend. You're meant to be in charge of IT. How can you not know how that works?
That's so good.
He backed down from that because I absolutely had him dead to rights. I don't know why he thought he could blame it on me for forwarding over that. So that was that.
At least it wasn't intentional. He wasn't like, Ben's been saying some stuff about you.
Yeah.
You'd like to know.
God, fucking Triss. Oh, my God. Anyway,
the
last one was when I worked at the service station. That bitch. It was a man, actually.
Oh.
The last time I was working at the service station, and I was covering someone's break while we used to have a Thornton's there.
Ooh, fancy.
And I'm very bad at handwriting. I'm very bad at wrapping presents. And both of those things were offered as services in Thornton's.
Oh, no.
I was covering a break. Someone came, and my mum loves this. So she loves to tell it to people.
Yeah, I bet.
Someone came in and said, oh, I'm buying this Easter egg. Can you please write some custom ice writing on it? Because that's a thing we do. And it was just, I just knew it wasn't going to go well. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I could just see their face slowly dropping
so you
as
had
I was
to
writing
perform
these, like,
in front of them.
These horrible handwriting of white icing, just butchering the name that I was writing out. And I was like, there you go. And they're like, thank you very much. And they just sort of left. And that was awful. But I didn't get in trouble with it.
Luxury brand.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know it's made with care. It's handmade. They should look at it on the bright side.
Yeah.
I think so. I did my best. They shouldn't have left me alone.
Yeah, it's their fault, fuckers. Would you like another question, or would you like to do a thing?
I'll take another question.
Yeah, okay, question.
This is a nice, easy, light-hearted, Christmassy, Wismasy question. Christmassy, Wismasy. That didn't sound as good as it thought it would in my head.
Christmas, Wismas.
Our boy Ben Dane Smith asks, at what age should you stop expecting your parents to get you an advent calendar? Do you guys still get advent calendars? Yeah, well, realistically, it would be fucking never, because I'm a child. I want my chocolate.
I've got an advent calendar.
Ooh.
I think Peter's got an advent calendar.
I have, but mine wasn't from my...
Yes, tell everyone about your special advent calendar, though.
Oh, did Ben handwrite on it?
No, he didn't.
It says advent calendar.
My mum used to get me an advent calendar pretty much every year until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I guess maybe when I moved down to Bristol, because then it was like, how am I going to get an advent calendar to you? So it was more a logistical reason. And then this year, my fiance messaged me and said, just so you know, there's going to be something coming in the post for you from my mum, who lives in Australia. I have no idea what it is. All I know is that she messaged me and said, does Peter like Harry Potter, Star Wars, or it was like one other thing, like Fortnite or something like that? And Amy said, he really likes Star Wars, and that's probably the best option for you. So I then get this package through the door on like the 2nd or 3rd of December. And as I open it, I'm thinking, I sort of thought this might be an advent calendar. It was a bit chunky, but it was the right sort of size. And I thought, oh no, I can't really have the chocolate anymore, even if it is one, if it's a white chocolate one. Anyway, I opened it. It was the best possible thing that she could have got me. And I don't even know if she understands just how apt it is, because there was no chocolate. Instead, it was one of those Star Wars Lego advent calendars.
Whoa! Okay, that's pretty cool.
You get a tiny little, you get sort of like maybe 10 or 12 pieces that all go together into a little build. So some of them are a little bit like, one of them I got was just a sort of mossy rock, I think. I think maybe later I might be getting like a porg to put on it or something, but at the moment it's just a rock.
Yeah, you have to wait for the payoff there.
But
my favourite Star Wars character.
Yeah, exactly. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in episode whatever. But on day 8, I got one that I thought should have been the tasty reward on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, because Poe Dameron's X-wing, the black one, that popped out and put that together. It's got one of those tiny little single studs sitting in it, which is it's a little white one. It's meant to be a tiny little BB-8.
That's adorable.
It's really good. So I'm really enjoying that as an advent calendar. But no, I don't get one from my mum anymore. I'm sure she'd get me one if I asked. But
yeah, you don't really want to ask though. It's kind of degrading. It's like, Mother, can you buy me some chocolates, please? I'm a grown man. I need them.
Mother, buy me the Christmas chocolates, Mummy.
I want the Tweenies one. I don't think they still do Tweenies advent calendars at all. It'd be Minions now, wouldn't it?
Probably would. Yeah, but you got to be careful with those. Like, I'm very thankful that my mum bought me one, obviously, and I do enjoy them. This year she got me a Mars one, as in like a Mars bar one.
Yeah.
And that's a good one because there's lots of really cool designs you can get. You know, you can get Pokemon ones. I think it's Kinnerton is the brand, and they just have the license for loads of like popular characters.
Oh, big advent.
But the chocolate is awful. Like, it's chalky and cheap and really nasty. But at least with the Mars one, which is just red and black and doesn't have Pokemon on it, the chocolate's good. It tastes like Mars bar chocolate. So
that's very good.
You've got to be careful. You don't be tempted, Michael. Don't be tempted by the Pikachu one, because it's not going to go well.
But I just love Pikachu so much. I've got to have it.
It's going to give you bad choc.
I've got right now a Hotel Chocolat advent calendar, supposedly very fancy, but I got it discounted because they misprinted every single calendar that they had.
Oh, wow.
It's they accidentally duplicate the day 7, so you're missing a day, so you have to kind of account for that, and it's a bit of a mindfuck when you're looking for numbers and it's not there.
Oh no!
So thankfully I got that discounted. But the chocolate is also sweating a lot.
Oh.
It's like every time I open a door, it's like there's a thin seal of moisture around the chocolate, and it's a bit discomforting.
Oh, what a shame!
And it tastes nice.
Okay,
I mean, it's advent chocolate. It's not great, but it's just that layer of moist.
Sweaty chalk.
No. Shall we deep dive into a thing? Who would like to go?
I've got a thing. I've
got
a quick and easy thing. This was actually suggested to us on the Triple Jump voice chats that we do monthly with our patrons.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
No.
I kept having other things to do, so it's sort of been in the queue, but it's finally time. So this was only shared with sort of the 10 or 12 people who were in that chat. So it's time it was shared with the world. Mikey, you're pretty internet savvy. You're probably aware of this. Do you know what the Florida Man Challenge is?
Oh, big fan of... Well, actually, no, I don't know what the Florida Man Challenge is.
Well, not challenge, just the Florida Man game, you know.
Ooh, yeah, I'm aware of the concept of a Florida Man.
Yeah, so credit to Xavier Ramirez for suggesting this. Florida Man is a sort of game that you can play on the internet where all you do is you type into Google Florida Man and then a space, and then Florida Man is 2 words, and then a space, and then your date of birth. You don't need your year on there. Just so you pop on, 10th of April is my birthday, for example, and then you just look at the headlines and possibly the further story about what terrible thing a Florida man has been doing.
Oh, I'm a big fan of this already. Okay,
Because
I'm fully on
Florida
board.
men get up to all sorts of things, it seems. So I can read you a selection of my headlines while you're looking for yours.
Okay.
And if you want to know more, I can have a quick skim through the story as well.
Please.
Can I ask a question,
Yes,
Peter?
yes.
I thought, because we looked up ours at the time, and mine was problematic.
Oh, fun.
I thought we were going to do it for our own respective hometowns.
Yes, we were. That's right. Yeah. I mean, by all means,
We could do both.
Yeah, we can
but
do both. I forgot that yours
mine's
was
a bit
problematic. Yeah.
Not fun. Mine's not a fun one.
I've got a few good ones, so I'm going to stick with my birthday.
If you want to try yours, Ben, and see if there are any other results, because I've got like 3 or 4 here, but then we could maybe try and do like our county or our city as well and see if there's a good one for that.
That sounds fun.
Okay, so these are some Florida men for the 10th of April. Florida man arrested after allegedly breaking into office and leaving a sign in window. Oh, this isn't right. This is not the one I thought it was. I'll read it anyway. It's not as good. Florida man arrested after allegedly breaking into office, leaving sign in window saying "Secretary wanted, $17 an hour," which that's just a strange one. That's not a funny one. I opened that by accident. Here are the other ones. Florida man arrested after dining on spaghetti with bare hands. Apparently, you can be arrested for that. Florida man arrested for allegedly allowing 12-year-old son to crash car into canal.
Wow, good.
Florida man defiles washing machine at Soapy's Coin Laundromat. Cops report.
Not Soapies.
I love soapies.
Yeah. According to an arrest affidavit, I hate saying that word, Michael Shannon, 57, entered the laundromat around 7:40 a.m. and then proceeded to defecate on the floor of the St. Petersburg business.
Oh, lovely.
Not content with
There's
that.
a Michael and a Peter in that story.
Yeah. We need a Ben now. Hopefully,
Maybe he took a big Ben on the floor.
Not content with that disgusting bit of criminality, Shannon then scooped up his own waste, an eyewitness told cops, and approached a Dexter commercial washing machine. Shannon was then seen taking his own human waste and pressing it into the soap loading compartment on the front loader. No.
As good as that is, I love that they name drop the brand of the washing machine.
Yeah.
This isn't just any washing machine. This is an industrial, baby.
The cops estimated damage to the washing machine at $475. Oh,
Whoa.
Wow.
God.
Be a lot cooler if it was $420.
It would, yeah. So what are your Florida ones, guys? I'm going to start looking for Yorkshire man or something.
Yorkshireman. All right, I'll do my Florida men. Police. Man tried to buy girl from mother at Walmart.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What?
no.
Fuck. Okay, I'll read like the first 2 sentences or something. Police say an 81-year-old man attempted to buy an 8-year-old girl from her mother for $200,000 at a Florida Walmart. That's a pretty good deal. You buy a lot more daughters with 200 grand. So
You could buy a lot of daughters, yeah.
what's next? Oh dear. Florida man accused of shooting cat with a crossbow.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
And I'll send the picture into our Discord because it looks like the kind of man that would shoot a cat with a crossbow.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely shot cats with crossbows
Oh,
before.
Christ, yeah.
I'm trying. There's nothing else exciting in that story. The headline is definitely where it's at. And this is a pretty good one. This is my last one. Florida man is arrested for trying to get a crocodile drunk. There's never been a more Florida sentence, has there?
Trying to.
Fantastic.
I guess this might be important research. Do alligators get drunk? Because squirrels get drunk off like fermented fruit and vegetable fruit, I guess. So
Yeah.
It's true.
guess-
Crocodiles eat anything other than meat?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
No,
you tried to give them beer, so
Well, I guess they're lightweights then because they've not tried alcohol before, so it wouldn't take much.
Yeah.
true.
Let's get
Yeah,
some crocodiles drunk.
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
I remember why mine wasn't very good. It wasn't that it was problematic, it's that there's only one,
Oh,
and the website is no longer live, but I can see the headline.
right. Okay.
And it's not even that good. Florida man with 20 tattoos wearing hot pink bra arrested. That's all. That's all I've got. And I can't even look at the original page because of a security risk.
Oh, well, it's a good image.
It is. I do like the idea of Oxfordshire man, though.
Well, I've tried doing this while you've been doing yours, and it's just actual crimes and like car accidents and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that Sunderland's are entirely racial hate crimes?
Oh God.
Of course they
Not
are.
really, no.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's a shame that it doesn't work in the UK.
Yeah, our
mine
crimes
a
are
lot
less fun here, aren't they?
A lot of people missing and some murders and a couple of rape crimes.
Everything's grim in the UK.
Oh God.
I wonder if it works with another American state. California man.
Yeah.
Activate.
I'm going to go for Minnesota man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minnesota man. Oh, that's not nice.
No, these are all pretty grim. There's just something about Florida where zany things happen.
Do you both know like how Florida man has come to this kind of epidemic, I guess?
No, not really.
It's to do with like journalism laws in Florida, in that they can they've got a really good Freedom of Information Act there, so journalists can pretty much request any information from the police and they're able to publish it. So they like know every crime that's happened in that area.
Oh, wow.
So that's why you see. Well, I guess they can't name the people, so it's just Florida man becomes the de facto human.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's been a play title, Florida man. So
Well, that's that. It doesn't really work elsewhere, I guess, for that reason. But that was fun.
Miami man armed with rifle killed in police shootout. That's fun.
oh, exciting!
Yeah, that's really
Guns.
This Google's not really helping me. These ones are just. This is March the 20th, which isn't what I want.
Should we move on to something that doesn't involve the vicious murder and drunkenness of crocodiles?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do something nice. Samuel DeBarber, hello, welcome back.
Hello.
He asks, what's the most personally satisfying treat yourself thing you've done for yourself? Like bought something you wanted but did not need or anything like that?
Ooh, most personally satisfying.
I dipped into my savings recently and I got myself a VR headset.
Oh, did
what
you?
kind?
What kind?
I got the Rift S, so it's the one that still has to be plugged into the computer because I've got the computer in my living room, so I don't need the wireless one. But
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing fucking everything. There's I can only describe as gravityless frisbee. Echo VR, I think it's called, where it's just like it's kind of like Rocket League, but you're throwing frisbees around a big stadium and flying around. And I've never had such joy before, where I was just giggling for like half an hour while playing this game and throwing shit around and getting screamed at by 10-year-olds for calling me bad. But that's all right. It's really cool. It's very weird. The first week with it, you kind of de-associate with the real world. And like everything feels fake. So like when I first got it, of course, I was like a little kid. I just played it for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And then when I took it off, it felt like I was still in VR and that I wasn't really controlling my hands. And
Oh God.
everything felt fake and like everything felt farther away than it was. And it was weird. Thankfully, I've abused it so much now that I'm used to it now. It doesn't affect
You're
me.
immune. Have you had any ferret issues while you've been trampling around?
I've made absolutely certain that they are not out of the cage because even without something covering my vision, I tend to stand on them a little bit. So it would be a recipe for fucking disaster. Only punched the wall once as well. So.
Hey, nice work.
You don't want them to chew the wires
lampshade a lot.
either.
Sorry?
You don't want them to chew the wires either.
Yeah, the little shits, really.
Yeah.
You guys been treating yourself to anything fun recently?
I mean, I like to treat myself once a week to a nice takeaway.
Ooh.
I do that. That's like that's a treatly weekly. A weekly treat.
Have you got
so that's
favourites
really
or do you rotate?
I try to change things up. You know, it's all stuff that's bad for you. It's never anything that's like, oh, I fancy some Thai food. It's always like, I want like the deepest fried with the gravy and the cheese on it, please, thank you. No, it's always that every time because it's
got to be
so bad for me.
I mean, if you're paying like takeaway money, you want to get takeaway heart attacks.
Exactly. I want the full toilet experience that that takeaway money can afford me.
Yeah.
I've got special takeaway baby wipes.
Oh God.
Speaking of which, when are you going to try these shreddies out?
It's been such a manic few weeks that I haven't tried, but with Christmas coming up, I've got like a week off work before I go home.
This is the perfect time.
So I'm going to go deep into the shreddies. I'm going to start researching the fartiest foods, buy them in, and just lock myself in the house. Me and my
on a high fart diet.
Oh, Sprouts, very seasonal as well. High fart diet, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do that relatively soon. I'll hopefully have that out before Christmas. That'll be a fun little project.
I'm just very excited to learn how they...
So am I, really, because...
How they work.
I mean, like, technically, yeah, it should work. Charcoal's very good at absorbing smells and stuff, but can it stop me, is the question.
Yeah. Have they met their match? Will you get your money back?
Unbelievable. I would say that the biggest purchase, though, that I've done recently, probably this year. In fact, I treated myself twice this year. I bought a new TV at the start of the year, and I bought myself a Spider-Man PS4 as well a few months ago. So those are my two splurges.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something specific. I'm like, that I've done big splurges on. I can't really think, but I think like generally the thing that I buy very much just sort of for myself. I really don't need it, and sometimes I don't even ever get round to using it. Is like occasional retro games. Like I don't do that very often, but now and then I'll just
like get a big ticket rare boy.
Yeah, I go through sort of like waves of like being super into it, and then like being not into it, but just fine with what I've got. But then like now and then I'll suddenly think, oh, the PS1 was great, wasn't it? What games do I not have? And I'll just go on eBay and just buy loads of PS1 games and stuff. But I'm trying to think of a specific one. I can't really. But
you had any nice days out to national heritage sites? They count.
He's got his Blue Peter badge, isn't he? They don't cost anything.
Well, that's the thing. I've got a National Trust card, so I don't have to pay to get in.
Yeah, there he is.
Maybe just the card itself, but I think it was a present from my mum actually. So
you don't get Domino's very often. That's a treat, right?
I got Domino's. The other day. I get it maybe once a month. Yeah, that's a treat.
That's a good average. Gives your body time to recover.
Yeah, it's just about.
As soon as it's recovered, bam! It's time to
get ready, buddy.
Yeah,
you're going to feel bad for 3 weeks.
I'm sure I'll think of something as soon as we've stopped recording. But yeah. I guess occasional video games and Domino's is my answer.
Yeah,
sounds very wholesome.
You're saving for a wedding, though, aren't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the wedding will be the big splurge. Yeah.
Well, at your wedding, you can have like PS1 game placemats or whatever, and as much Domino's as you can eat.
Yeah,
that'd be very fancy.
God. The honeymoon. Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh dear. I might do my thing.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Tell me about your thing.
Unless, Ben, you're eager to do your thing.
I've got is your thing Christmas related?
No, actually it is, yes.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, I've got a Christmas related thing too, so I don't mind going last to top us off with a Christmas.
Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, well, mine's Christmas related, but it's not exactly pleasant.
Okay.
But not in a bad way. It's kind of fun and pleasant. It's fun pleasant.
Let me tell you about the Christmas killer.
Yeah, he killed everybody.
He put 12 women in mince pies.
All right, I'll just start off with 4 words. The Festive Poop Log.
I'm in.
Was this written by Ben Franklin by any chance?
Well, fuck it. I'll start off with something else that I was going to try and shove in at some point. And I might try and squeeze in farty escapades from historical figures throughout, but turns out Mozart was quite a poopy, farty boy as well.
Was he the one who was deaf?
No, that was Beethoven.
No.
That was Beethoven.
No, we're talking about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's fart right now.
Oh, very good.
Oh, blimey.
So there is an entire Wikipedia article about Mozart's fascination with the scatological.
Wow.
And the top example, it's a bit mainly in his letters. He made a lot of references to poops and farts. And I think there's about 100 letters that he's written that involved poops and farts. And the one it uses, like the shining gold example, is an excerpt from a letter he wrote to his cousin Maria in November 1770.
To his cousin Maria? What's he doing?
Who writes letters to their cousins?
Well, who writes letters like this? So it features the following verse. Well, I wish you good night. But first, shit in your bed and make it burst. Sleep soundly, my love. Into your mouth your arse you'll shove.
This is some. Are you sure you haven't gone on that website that you got the Arthur fanfic from?
Oh God, they're not even this dirty. Jesus.
That's mind blowing. This is Mozart.
Yeah, like genuine, real life musical genius Mozart. I think Peter, you're right now. You're having a very similar reaction to Margaret Thatcher when she learned about this.
Oh yeah.
She was not pleased. She was going to watch a play about Mozart and, like, I guess, talk to the director. In the play it kind of explores some of these themes. And this is an excerpt from Wikipedia. She was not pleased. In her best headmistress style, she gave me a severe wigging for putting on a play that depicted Mozart as a scatological imp with a love of four-letter words. Scatological imp is such a good word, Jesus.
Yeah, it is.
It was inconceivable, she said, that a man who wrote such exquisite and elegant music could be so foul-mouthed. I said that Mozart's letters proved he was just that. He had an extraordinary infantile sense of humour. I don't think you heard what I said, replied the Prime Minister. He couldn't have been like that. I offered and sent a copy of Mozart's letters to Number 10 the next day. I was even thanked by the appropriate private secretary, but it was useless. The Prime Minister said I was wrong, so I was.
And Mozart was declared fit for work the next day.
Yeah.
God bless the people around him who had to put up with him.
Thatcher closed all of the natural gas mines up and down the country.
Okay, let's get back to the festive poop log, because I'm sure you're dying to hear more.
Yeah.
Tio de Nadal, which translates to Christmas log, is a relatively widespread Catalonian tradition. It can be found in many Aragonese and Catalan homes during the holiday season. It is a hollow log, about 30 centimetres long, and in more recent times, Tio has come to stand up on 2 or 4 stick legs with a broad smiling face painted on its higher end, enhanced by a little red sock hat. So picture a log wearing a red Christmas hat, being propped up by some wooden hands, I guess. And the tradition begins with the Feast of the Immaculate Conception on December 8th. You give the Tio a little bit to eat every night. And then at night, before you go to bed, you cover him up with a blanket so that he won't get cold through the night. Right. And the story goes that in the days preceding Christmas, children must take good care of the log, keeping it warm and feeding it so that it will defecate presents on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve.
You are describing Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo from South Park.
Genuinely. Oh my God. Wow. I guess that might be the origin of Hanky.
Possibly, yeah.
Wow, there we go. South Park's so cultured. Who could have known?
So what do they do at the end? Do they just empty it out of all this sort of slightly rotten food that's been sitting in there for 2 weeks?
Yeah, who has to wipe the log's arse?
Believe me when I say it gets better.
Oh, no.
Okay.
On Christmas Day, or in some households on Christmas Eve, one puts the Tio partly into the fireplace and orders it to defecate. How do you make a stick defecate, I hear you scream? Shit!
Shit now!
Shit! God, I feel bad for my neighbours in that.
Oh, no.
So, to make it defecate, the children gather around and beat it with sticks while singing a song. So I get
like some kind of puñata.
Very good.
Incredible.
Incredible.
I think the song's kind of lost in translation, so it doesn't quite have the same rhythm, but I'll just read out the lyrics as a matter of fact. So it starts with the imperative, shit, log. Shit, nougat. Hazelnuts and matto cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit, log. Shit.
And do you have the original Catalonian?
I do. Well? Let me get it up. I'll find... Oh, God.
Hang on. If you can read that to me again, I'll type it in. We can see if we can get the robot lady to read it.
Okay, I've just put a link in the Discord.
Yeah, maybe do you want to hear it in German?
Yeah, let's do it.
Scheisse, log. Scheisse.
There you go. So I think at this point I'll play the original after you've done the German version. I'll play the original in all its glory.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay, I've got it.
Oh, he's done it.
Are you ready for the German?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear her say it in English first.
Shit log, shit nougats, hazelnuts and matto cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit log.
Wow, that was actually really good.
Yeah, she did a good job of that.
Okay. She did all right. Now let's hear her try it in German. Is the German for log? Because that's what's come back.
I don't know. So. I've no idea what the German for log is, but yeah, I guess maybe it is.
Here we go.
Scheiße Lok, Scheiße Nougats, Haselnüsse und Mato-Käse. Wenn sie nicht gut scheißen, werde ich sie mit einem Stock schlagen. Scheiße Lok.
If you don't shit well was very well interpreted there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Scheiße, Klug.
And now I'll drop in the certified official version.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
wasn't that amazing? We all loved hearing
Christ.
that.
Amazing.
But there's an extra bit to this because it just couldn't be ridiculous enough anyway. After Tio de Nadal has been properly beaten and serenaded, the log magically poops out presents and candy, where he is then considered useless and thrown in the fire for warmth.
Oh.
Perfect. But wait, that's not all. The Catalonians have a second tradition, which is kind of more amazing.
The Christmas baby wipes.
Oh, God. So, yet again in Catalonia, as well as in the rest of Spain, Italy, southern France, a traditional Christmas decorations often consist of a large model of the city of Bethlehem, kind of similar to our little nativity scenes. But rather than just being like the little barn or whatever the fuck Jesus was born in, it's the whole city of Bethlehem that they make.
Oh.
So yeah, they've got all the usual stuff like a child in a manger, people like all the shepherds herding the sheep, people walking around. It's like a proper little diorama of what's going on.
Diorama.
A diarrhea.
A Christmas diorama.
Well, you're very close there, actually.
Oh.
Then in comes the caganer. This translates literally to the crapper or the shitter. The caganer is a small figure of a person squatting with their trousers down, showing their bare arse defecating onto the floor.
Oh, no.
Excellent.
He's often kind of hidden away and integrated deep into the scene, so you kind of have to hunt around for him, but he's always there. It's made into a game for the children to find him.
Oh, but surely the best place for him would be in the stable, in the straw, where everyone else is already shitting.
He's giving birth to the baby Jesus. Ah! I think one of the theories of it is that, well, if you exhibit him, if you don't exhibit him, it'll bring misfortune since his feces fertilizes the ground and brings luck and happiness.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
Interesting.
Tradition, like the little clay models that are hand painted. Traditionally, the kind of like just of, well, I guess old style peasants wearing traditional Catalan red cap. But nowadays, there's companies out there that make caganers of anybody, pretty much. Anyone that's been in the public eye at all has a caganer of them. So there's a website called caganer.com. And I went through about all 500 of the products, and some of my favourites were, and this is a bit of a shocker, Greta Thunberg has a caganer.
Oh my God.
So it's a little model of her shitting, which is terrifying.
No.
Actually, I'll drop in a picture. To spell caganer is Caganer, and I'm just going to drop. Let's go for this one because that's a nice traditional one. Everybody get up your Googles and have a look. There you go.
Oh, God.
Oh, now I know what your tweet was today at time of recording.
Oh, yeah. I saw that too.
So yeah, on the website they've got Deadpool, Mr. Bean, Boris Johnson, Han Solo, E.T., the Venus de Milo, Simpsons, and yeah, there's like for every imaginable person, mainly Spanish politicians, but I didn't really know any of them.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's a tradition.
So
and I really want to buy a set.
Little clay models of almost any celebrity you want taking a shit.
Isn't that what dreams are made of? That's what Christmas is all about.
It is.
Yeah. Are you sure these are totally... Because I did the Christmas traditions last year, and chocolate grandma, and you had to guess which one wasn't real. Are you sure? Are you These are real, right? These are all real?
These are genuinely 100% real. I think somewhere on the Wikipedia page, it mentions like one of the big churches in Catalonia has like a model of a shitting person hidden inside of it. So as far as I can tell, unless this is a very intricate lie, this is genuine.
The Greta Thunberg one.
It's horrifying.
The ET one is really weird. His eyes.
There's a gorilla, there's Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader.
And I'm pleased to announce we're in partnership with Kaganeer.com. Use code Vidiots for 10% off any Kaganeer at checkout.
Ident has that as well. It's just so what a strange collection. One of them's just a moon.
Oh, the Peppa Pig ones are really good, actually.
I don't want to look at the Peppa Pig ones.
And for €60, you too can have your own personalised, totally custom Kaganeer. So,
whoa!
I was going to say, I'd like some of us now.
I'm quite tempted to try and make my own, because theoretically it shouldn't be that hard to get some, clay that you bake in the oven and paint over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sorry for the theme that I've apparently been going with recently, but I couldn't say no to any of this.
No, I think it's really subtle. I like it.
Yeah,
it's really subtle. Yeah,
it's really subtle.
Bare ass shitting into a manger. Yeah.
I like the shit toys.
Very
Would
good.
you like a question, boys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This one's from Addy at 2Addy2United. I just realised I haven't been reading out anyone else's Twitter handles. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Forgive me. But Addy wants to know, what Vidiots running joke did you least expect to catch on? And or what joke did you hope would catch on but didn't? I kind of want to focus on what jokes did catch on that we didn't expect to. Because I don't think we ever necessarily, quote unquote, forced a joke, did we? We just kind of said things and sometimes it got picked up on by the zeitgeist.
We've never really tried to make anything. I think the one that surprised me most was, it's not really stuck around. It's still, we still say it now and then, is, that's a bit weird. I'm not sure that's right. It's just a random clip from a Dick and Dom Creamy Muck Muck grand finale that was loosely relevant to the B-movie game that we played. And somehow it entered the lexicon as a phrase. Yeah,
it's got to be a lot of Dick and Dom in there. A lot of Dick and Dom. I think Stoke-on-Trent is my personal favourite. I'm glad that caught on.
Yeah, I like that.
I think the one thing that maybe could have caught on, but we never gave it the airtime, was the Poopy Bum song.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was part. That's whenever I'd set up a worst games, I'd load up. I think I would just type into the keyboard P and O and O and P and O, and eventually it just took us to a YouTube video of Tom the Talking Cat, that old app of a kid just saying poopy 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 bum 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 bum.
That's how we did our sound test to make sure that the OBS was capturing desktop audio. If we were to play that, and if it captured the cat saying poopy poopy bum bum, then it worked. It's like a behind the scenes in joke, that one.
Yeah,
most of the Vidiots jokes are sort of on video, but a handful of them took place off camera.
Yeah, I think it made its appearance last Christmas, didn't it? It was I think at the very beginning, before the Santa game, we showed the behind the scenes of the Poopy Bum song.
Yeah,
as a final hurrah.
I like the lasting appeal of the farting was a bit much for me.
Yeah, that was going to be my suggestion. Yeah,
it's a very versatile one. It can apply to a lot of situations. The garlic and chips.
Michael Jugson.
Extra 50s worth of whatever.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable there?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
There's so many bits from that video that are applicable to everything.
Yeah, because Michael Jugson almost had second wind, I think. I think we actually showed him more than once. And I think the first time... Oh, shit, I just lost my headphones. We showed him the first time. And we maybe, had lifted one line from it. It might have been garlic and chips. Or it might have just been but it took a second viewing, I think, some months later on a stream or something. And then that really kind of took off from that point. So... He was lucky, really.
I feel like it was just one of those times where we were sat in the room, kind of not doing anything, watching Mr. Blobby videos, and I think I just loaded up Michael Jugson, and we just watched it from start to finish, and I think the magic kind of washed over us, and we've been in love ever since.
Yeah.
Be comfortable. They're like, oh yeah, come a little bit. He doesn't even say this in the video, but somehow we invented the line, come a little bit closer to the camera, son. It doesn't even say that.
It says, pop your head further closer.
Very good impression.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But we've just sort of invented this new line, and that's very appropriate. That's very sort of flexible as well.
I remember the very first time you showed that to us, Mikey. We were in room 1 in the Ogscast, recording a video. And I think you showed it to us either just before or after we'd played this game. And I was actually feeling really, really ill. I was like feeling sick that day. I don't think I actually told you guys. I was just, I don't know, not enough to drink or whatever. And like, I was already like nauseous. And then you pulled up this video of this fucking weird looking guy with a light in his face. And according to the commentary, he stinks of garlic. And it just watching it made me feel genuinely unwell. And I was like, oh, God.
It is very unsettling, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Peter, for subjecting you to that.
Oh, no.
I'm glad that you showed it to me because it's brought me many, many good laughs since then. I just had to get through that one day.
Last thing I feel.
Yeah.
Ben, would you like to bring your thing a bit closer to the microphone, son?
Come a little bit closer to your thing, son.
Aye. Yeah.
Yes, I would. I've actually just got some last minute. It's just come in now. I've just had a communication from German robot lady.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's addressed to Peter.
Right.
So I'm just gonna. Are you ready? I'm just gonna roll it for you now.
Yeah.
It's it's just hot off the presses. Here we go.
Hallo Peter, frohe Weihnachten. Mein Mann, ich liebe dich, weil du so groß und sportlich bist. Weißt du, was sie getan hat? Deine Fotzentochter.
I got some of that. I don't understand what it was, though. There was I love you, something about someone being sporty. And I think at the end, it was a something doctor. It might have even been a fart doctor.
Oh. My kind of doctor.
Not quite. Would you like to hear the English?
Yeah.
The English is, of course, the German comes through first, and then the English always seems to come through just after you've had a guess at what it is, which is weird. Here we go.
Hi Peter, Merry Christmas, my man. I love you because you're so tall and good at sports. Do you know what she did? Your cunting daughter.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, Tochter. I thought she said doctor, but then that's not actually that's an English word. So I heard her say Tochter and was like, oh, she said doctor, which is not German, so I don't know where that came from. God.
It translated cunting and daughter, though. So
yeah.
Jesus. Okay, let's talk about Christmas traditions, shall we?
Oh boy, let's get those 50p's out.
50p's out, everyone.
Hey.
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
As Christmas draws closer, you may have noticed the last few years that some houses decorate their front doors with bows. Have you ever wondered why, though?
Oh, I saw
As we all know,
this.
Christmas is an expensive time of year, and a lot of people need to find extra money. A bow on a front door means a female willing to take on prostitution lives at the address.
Oh, no.
It goes further, though. Different colours mean different things. The meaning of colours varies in different parts of the country,
Oh, I didn't know
and they
this.
use different. And but nationwide, red means cheap, under £20, and white means available in school hours.
What? Oh, dear.
So you may have seen this. This is, I know Peter saw it, and I saw it as well. I think Ross at work posted it in our group chat, that people who put bows on their doors, it might not mean what you think it does.
I love that, because people do that to kind of, I'm going to make my house more festive. Nope. You're advertising yourself.
Yeah, it's a dangerous thing to publish to the public, isn't it? Because now, you know, when Mrs. Goggins puts a red bow on the door, just because she thinks it looks pretty, she's going to have people knocking on saying, oh, are you cheap then? Are you cheap? Yeah.
£20 available during school hours, are you?
I wonder what other colours there are. Is there like a yellow one for water sports?
That's for Vidiots.
A brown one for sort of Mozart play?
Yeah, that's what they call it, Mozart play.
Yeah.
That's
But
another one,
wait,
actually.
guys.
Sorry, I just remembered Mozart had a song with the lyric "Lick mine arse" in it.
No, he didn't.
He did, yeah.
Come on, was he was R&B before its time.
He was.
This is actually bollocks.
No, you.
It's not true.
Well,
This is-
I'm glad to hear it.
It's I'm on a because I googled this after I saw it in the chat because I thought, oh, this would be a good one to do. First thing that pops up, that's nonsense.com, and it's a fact check. Red bow on front door indicates prostitution? ? Fact check. A rumor spreading on social media claims that decorating your front door with either a red or a white bow is an indication that the person living inside is advertising sexual services for sale. That is false. Oh. I just read you an example of one of the sort of scams that's been going round. And here's why it's wrong. This claim is false and most likely intended as a joke by someone who dislikes this particular type of decoration. Yeah. A decoration that has become increasingly popular over the Christmas period. Various online searches regarding this type of decoration yields no results related to the advertising of sexually related services. While there are plenty of how-to videos and other articles about bows being used as a decoration on a door, none of them mention anything to do with the specific assertions in the above rumour.
Well, they wouldn't, would they?
No, it's a secret. The message first appeared online on Facebook on December the 4th by a UK page called Spotted Clacton Uncut and Uncensored.
Wow, that sounds great.
Needless to say, the post or page didn't proffer any evidence to support its claim. The page that posted the message appears to post mostly funny, and then those are in speech marks, funny memes and other types of entertaining content. While social media users have correctly interpreted the message as somewhat tongue-in-cheek, as is common with these types of viral copy and paste messages, other users have taken the claims at face value. Bows of various colours are becoming an increasingly popular type of festive decoration. There is no link between them and prostitution.
Well, not yet, but we could change that. We could make that link. We could be the people
it's
to
time,
make this come
guys.
true.
We've got to take the bows back.
That's the thing. If there wasn't a link before, maybe people who were thinking about maybe lending their services this year might have seen that online and gone, "Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that, but maybe I'll get in on the industry standard." So now it might have actually become a real thing as a result.
I don't like the specification of the. Well, I know obviously it's all fake, but the specification of during school hours. It's like I've just dropped the kids off at school, gonna go do a thing.
Gonna go 20 quid. Oh no!
Got an extra 20's worth of garlic sauce. No.
No. But Facebook is dangerous for this reason.
It really is.
It spreads
actually
a lot of misinformation. So if you see that, now you know it's bollocks.
I swear, every week I get a WhatsApp from my mum, which is like she's shared like a link to something or a Facebook post saying, "Warning! Like this thing's now dangerous. Look out for this scam." And I'm like,
yeah.
Either it's not true, or I'm not going to fall for like someone begging me for PayPal
you've been
money.
scammed by sharing it.
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh, your mum got
you.
you.
You're the fool. Oh, God, no.
No, mother, no.
Stop. Should we end on
that was my thing.
Oh, it's beautiful, Ben. Well, thanks for lying to us.
That's okay. I can do it every week.
A Christmas lie.
A Christmas lie. Oh. Would you like one final question?
Yeah.
This one comes from Connor. Oh dear, Mulkany. I'm going to go Mulkany at Conroy_milk on Twitter. Have you ever had any weird/awkward interactions with members of the public while filming real-life content? I thought this is quite apt with the recent release of the new Banjo-Kazooie Prove It on Triple Jump.
We've had, we've had things where we've been shooting stuff and it's been kind of embarrassing because people have been walking right through where we're shooting and we're doing a stupid thing.
Do you, in that situation, do you stop or do you just kind of carry on?
We quite often carry on, actually. We usually do. Good. So, in the Banjo Prove It, there's a dog that runs into frame because there was this guy walking his dog who was a bit of a stoner. I think he was actually there to, smoke weed or something.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people smoke weed in that area.
And he was, sort of hiding it. He went into the undergrowth and was in there for a while and then came back out. And then when he came out, he actually had his phone and was recording us as he walked away because he thought it was really funny.
I thought he was recording his dog.
He turned it on us for some of the time, definitely. He was recording us for sure. Also, at the same time, we had 4 or 5 sort of very somber-looking... They were either business people or were going to a funeral. Just walked right past us while we're being silly in our costumes in the... Well, park is not the right word at all.
No. the bridge under area.
Yeah, and we've had similar things with when we did the stuff in the pink car. Both when we did the original Crash Team Racing thing, there were some joggers just going round that track over and over while we were getting the footage. And also when we got the pink car out again for the drive-through sketch for the KFC Cluck and Bell Prove It. In that video, as I'm sort of slowly driving up the driveway, this woman from the next door office sort of steps out, sees that she's on camera, and starts to do an awkward jog out of frame because I don't think she wants to be on camera. Bless her.
Oh, amazing.
So, yeah.
The Dunster videos we did, the vlog was fine, but the Prove It we did, what was it, Age of Empires or something?
Yeah.
Where like it was just us dicking around in a river in costumes, and
that
was a nightmare to navigate with all the families having a nice time away and us scampering around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I liked that one though.
Yeah.
That was a fun Prove It.
It was peak Prove It.
I mean, for me personally, it's obviously the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, it's got to be, yeah.
Spider-Man. That was painful.
It was an extremely revealing. It was a very crotchy outfit. It clung very tightly. I want to thank everyone who has inappropriately complimented me after that video.
Oh no!
But it was no more fun doing it actually in front of real people. The bridge bit was my Vietnam.
Yeah, I was like, I was going to say the bridge bit because
I didn't want to do it, did I? I had to pluck up the courage. I was like, fuck it, we're doing it now. We're doing it right now.
Yeah, literally, I was giving you a little pep talk, like, Ben, just like walk over, be fine to get it done, and it won't be that bad. And
the traffic queuing across it.
People just
awful.
ignoring
The lady
you.
refused to high five
leaving
me.
you hanging. And then two like American girls stuck their heads out of the window of their car and were like, "Hey, Spidey."
Yeah, that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, good day.
Yeah, it's usually not so bad. When we've got the camera, it's okay.
Yeah.
I will say, when we shot the Milanois stuff at the beginning of last year,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
we got some aerial shots that we didn't even use in the final edit. Mikey went up to his flat
I think they're in there.
balcony, and there was an abandoned
I think it's
car
briefly in
park.
there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it might be, but it wasn't worth the effort or the
All right,
humiliation.
okay. Well, he goes up 5 floors?
Yeah.
Something like that, and he's on his outside balcony, and we're in this car park adjacent from the building. We're holding these fucking sticks as handlebars. We've got these stupid wigs and fake moustaches on, and then we're chasing each other around for 10 minutes in circles, running figure of eights in this car park, because people use it as just like a footpath to cut through to the other side. And I've never felt more vulnerable shooting something than then, because there was no obvious cameraman with us. We just looked fucking mental.
Yeah, we did. That was
awful. That was a
awful.
really hard one. And then 3 people watched it. It was so worth it.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, thank you very much, Connor, for that question. Make us relive past trauma.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Relive my trauma. Well, there we go. Thank you very much for those questions, Michael. Hello?
Oh, you cut out a bit there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for those questions, Michael.
That's all right. You're welcome anytime.
And thank you for those things as well, boys. Now, we're going to move on to the end of the show.
We have.
I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm fairly sure there's some merchandise over at store.yogscast.com. Is that right, Michael?
Oh, you are 100% correct, Ben. Sadly, no Caganeers just yet, but maybe next Christmas we'll work on getting a limited run done. Who knows? So we've got a few t-shirts on the website. They're all amazing. They'll all improve your life drastically by buying them. If you don't already own one, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the actual fuck are you doing?
What the fuck?
Navigate over to the Yogscast store right now. Find us on there. I can't remember how. I've just hit my mic. And use code Vidiots at checkout for 10% off everything on the Yogscast store. That's
Not
right,
just our
code
stuff.
Vidiots. Yeah, anyone's stuff. There's some Jingle Jam stuff going on right now. Kittens
Jingle
on
Jam?
jumpers.
What's that?
What's a jingly jam?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know. If you want to find out more about Jingle Jam, I guess you could buy some merch and that'll enlighten you.
Yeah.
Or buy your own. Just buy the entire stock.
Yeah, just buy all of
stuff
it.
With
Why
code
not?
Vidiots.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.com, all /Vidiots
Vidiots
official.
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 That was a tricky one.
Twitch.tv also /Vidiots official. If you'd like to support the show monetarily and join Pod Squad, you can do streamlabs.com /Vidiots official. Any amount that you donate will entitle you to a shout out at the beginning and the end of the next show since you donated. Because obviously if you donate after we've recorded this one, then we can't add it to the podcast, even if it goes out after the date that, because that's not how time works.
No.
You should know this. You should all know this. This isn't hard, okay? Fuck's sake.
Work it out.
Jeez.
God. Anyway, here's Pod Squad for this week. Are you boys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Doofus McGee, Elon Sleesbergano, Alan Claw, Kilo Clouds, someone who's called Ben and likes men, PP Poo Poo, Jamble Wanglebork, Lord Brotovich, who specifically requests that Peter doesn't get a share of his donation.
Oh, God.
Stephen Scodes, Prince Beefcakes, Abby C97, Big Titty Jesus 42, Prince Beefcakes, The Rezus, Insta 619, Yogcon Rules Boss, Big Titty Jesus 42, Katie Kins 94, Samuel DeBar with a very, very generous Christmas donation. Thank you, Samuel DeBar. Awesome Fox 42, The Hairy Ginger 1, Emily Lemons, Amy Dosange, Amalthea 1980, Xavier R, Staniak the Great, Gravius Platypus, Sprocket the Goddamn Cat, Brian Butterfield 69, Badonkadonk, Bored Steve, Lord Brotovich, Ode Ollie, drawn by Justin 13_Inc, Carry the Worst. Thank you all
Some good names
so much.
in there.
Yeah,
A lot of them are sort of surrealist, but actually I think my favourite for some reason is Emily Lemons.
It's
Emily
just
Lemons.
rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Emily Lemons was so enthusiastic she donated twice and we had to refund one of them because it was accidental.
Well, when life gives you Emily, make
Life gives you
make lemons.
Absolutely. Peter,
Yeah.
if people want to find us on a day-to-day basis, they can do, right? You and I?
They can do, yeah. You know, I was talking about the banjo, prove it, and people might be like, what do you mean prove it? Vidiots is dead, isn't it? Vidiots is dead.
What?
No, it's not. Well, it is. Well, it's not. But we don't do prove it over here
Shh, it's sleeping.
anymore. We do it somewhere else. We're over at Team Triple Jump on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. We're making all kinds of familiar content over there now, including Prove It, Worst Games Ever, essentially a piece of cake, but it's called Rules Boss now. We do a cooking show, which is completely separate to the challenge show. It's all very good stuff, isn't it? We do a podcast and we do lists and everything. We stream as well. Everything you could possibly want from us, except Michael Johnson.
But he's been on a few of those shows.
Yes.
I have.
There are episodes with Mikey in if you want to see all three of us together. And we're actually in full Christmas mode over at Triple Jump. We've been working very long hours.
Yeah.
Putting together all sorts of Christmas-themed things, so please go and watch them. I hope you enjoy them. So that's where you can find Peter and I. Mikey!
Hello.
What are you working on, mate?
Lots of very secret NDA'd stuff. I hate this bit because I can
no.
Oh, actually, no. There's one thing that came out recently. So if you go, this isn't a command, but if you're in the market for a new gaming computer and you just so happen to be fancying something to buy from currys.co.uk, you'll find some computer product videos for PC Specialist on there. So I'm trying to help sell computers. Please buy some and put in the notes, Michael Johnson made me buy this.
This is a great video, blimey.
Wow, look at that computer. Isn't it pretty? But yeah, other than that, I'm mainly a Twitter boy at the minute. If you want to see a picture of Bart and Homer Simpson as a clay figure shitting yellow poo inexplicitly, that's at Parrot Boy.
At Parrot Boy. Go and see it.
Papa Parrot Boy.
Go get on it.
It's a real
Finally, please leave us an iTunes review or a review/rating on your platform of choice. It helps something to do with algorithms. Guys, what is the final question, probably, of 2019, right? Because we're going to take, we've taken a little break, but we'll be off over Christmas and New Year's because we'll be with respective families and stuff.
Well, not to blow my own knob, but
Okay.
what about everyone giving us their Florida men?
Oh,
Yeah.
Or women.
yeah.
Or women.
If it works with women, I'm sure it probably does. But
Wow, yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
yeah, fill
Give us
the
your-
chat, fill the comments with Florida men or women.
Yeah.
There we go. Lovely.
That's a great idea. Well, fantastic. We did it. We got to the end of 2019, and wasn't it shit?
Absolutely.
Who's to say 2020's gonna be much better?
Right?
Not us, but we'll do our best to be a part of your 2020 as soon as we're able to.
Yeah.
Lovely.
There's no Kevin, is there?
Oh,
No.
shit. Are
Do we have to
just gonna
sing
end
the
on silence?
outro ourselves, maybe?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas,
and,
everyone.
Happy New Year. See you in 2020.
Bye.
Merry
Bye.
Chrysler.
Da, 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 da.